Hey guys, this is Swapnil JR. Welcome back to my channel, Insane Junior. So, what today? You guys must be watching the situation in Afghanistan. So, let's talk about Taliban and Afghanistan.
Drop it.
So, first, let's talk about history of Taliban. The Taliban is a predominantly Pashtun Islamic fundamentalist group that ruled Afghanistan from 1996 until 2001. Taliban regrouped across the border in Pakistan and has led an insurgency against the US backed government in Kabul for nearly 20 years. And that's a big.
It's unexpected as we have reached the position which was never expected, but with the help of Allah, that He has given us the victory, and there is nothing like this in history of the world, so we should thank Allah.
Taliban, which means students in Pashto language. Actually, it arose in 1994 amid the turmoil that came after the withdrawal of Soviet forces from Afghanistan in 1989. So, as everyone knows, the September 11, 2001 attack in the United States by Al Qaeda. But what happened next? US backed forces and swept Kabul. Of course, US killed Osama bin Laden there. In 2020, the Taliban signed a peace agreement with the United States and entered into power sharing negotiations with the Afghan government. Yes, and that's the reason because US withdrew its troops in the country as a part of the deal. But why did US militants leave from embassy by leaving their guns behind? That's the big question yet to solve. And after nearly 2 decades of war, more than 6,000 American lives lost, over 1 lakh Afghans killed, and more than $2 trillion spent by the US, the speed of the Taliban to take over Afghanistan has shocked the world. US defense officials reportedly expected Afghanistan's capital, Kabul, to fall in 90 days. But what happened? It took just less than 10 days. And what are the key causes to take over Afghanistan or fail of Afghanistan? Analysis say that are intelligence failure, corruption, money, cultural differences, and willpower. The Afghan National Army is comprised of lots of units that are systematically corrupt. They have no effective command and control. Even many army units would sell their equipment to the Taliban for cash. Analysis says this. And on August 15, Taliban insurgents entered the Afghanistan capital Kabul on Sunday. A tweet from the Afghan presidential palace account said firing had been heard at a number of points around Kabul, but that security forces, in coordination with international partners, had controlled the city. Well, it didn't look like the city was under control. Many experts say that the Taliban threatens Afghan democratic institutions, citizens' rights, and regional security. But I think Taliban really does pose a threat because everyone knows what they did before 20 years, how they treat people. So that's kind of a threat, right? And in July 2021, this group controlled an estimated 54% of Afghan districts. And now it's August, and they have almost captured whole Afghanistan. And Afghanistan President Ashraf Ghani fled the country because he said that if he would have stayed there, there were so many martyrs, and the president Ashraf Ghani would have killed there. That's why he fled the country. That's what he said. But as soon as he left the country, the Taliban has captured the presidential palace.
There is a clear need that the National Directorate of Security, alongside the police and the Afghan army, take responsibility for the security of all citizens. I have asked the Defense Minister and the Interior Minister to convey that message. Anyone who's disturbing the law and order or thinks of looting should be
What actually Taliban want? Taliban officials have announced the birth of a new Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, claiming that they will accept nothing less than absolute power over the country. And Taliban has also said that it wants to build an open, inclusive Islamic government in Afghanistan. Actually, honestly, I think they want to capture the world, and this is just a start. Rules of Taliban, they are worst. They are totally merciless. Taliban people don't have mercy, they don't show mercy. Over a 5 year period of escalating power before, the group introduced punishment such as public executions for those who convicted of murder or adultery, and amputation for those who found guilty of theft. When Taliban was in power before 20 years ago, the Taliban has also banned television, music, and cinema. Their rule over Afghanistan had a significant impact on women with girls aged 10 and over banned from going to school, and women banned from most jobs. Women were also forced to wear burqas, which covered their bodies from head to toe, while men were mandated to grow their beards. About people suffering, they are living their worst time in life. Afghan civilians are currently scrambling to leave the country. As you have watched some videos of Kabul's international airport, which showed bodies falling from the sky as civilians clung to US Air Force planes in desperate attempt to flee. 5 Afghans also reported to have died after shots were fired at the airport terminal. And the worst thing, they have released thousands of Taliban prisoners. One women's rights activist and former Afghan MP, Fauzia Kofi, said that the future for women in Afghanistan appears dark. Women in the cities that have fallen under Taliban control are already being treated like prisoners in their home. And all imams and mullahs in captured areas should provide the Taliban with a list of girls above 15 and widows under 45 to be married to Taliban fighters only. Unwilling to surrender or fight outmatched, the members of the units of Afghan army changed their clothes into civilian clothing and fled their post. One of the officers said that I feel ashamed of what I have done. But he also said that if he hadn't fled, I would have been sold to Taliban by my own government. You can see the level of corruption there. Talking about India, India has lot of investment for Afghanistan government, and the helicopter which is gifted by India is captured by Taliban now. India has also helped the country build roads, schools, hospitals, dams, and many other crucial projects that help shape the country's future, which is in danger now. China, Pakistan, Russia, and Iran, they have accepted Taliban government. They will be happy to see that the US influence reduces further. China and Pakistan will also try to minimize Indian engagement. So that's why all of these countries accepting Taliban for their own interests. And of course, India has to face some issues in border security.
Are you all my personal dreams?
So that's it for today. Hope for the best. I hope Afghanistan will recover and it will be back soon